So here's part 2 where he actually goes into detail on how Ryder is supposed to be this evil, nefarious person.
I don't wanna see. I don't wanna see it.
Last time I covered Paw Patrol, I can.
Okay, then you can watch it, and I say goodbye.
No.
What do you mean no?
You have to stay here.
Why?
Because you're expendable.
Because I'm expendable. Okay. Nah, it's just like during the last few minutes, like you've been a bit more annoying than MatPat, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like, come on, you don't have to get into nitty-gritty. You don't have to get into the nitty-gritty details of the where does the money come from. Come on.
I that this kid, Ryder, child genius inventor, was recruiting homeless dogs to use as members of his crew of rescue animals, the Paw Patrol. Why? Well, because the missions are dangerous, dogs are cheaper and more expendable than humans, and stray dogs are the most expendable of all. Now, obviously, what Ryder's doing there is real bad, but the crimes of Ryder don't just stop there.
I don't even think it's real bad because it's like, where's the bad?
Like, in the first part, you had an example of people doing that in real life. Are they arrested now? Are they going to jail?
No. I mean, no, but yeah, there's a lot of bad people who don't go to jail, so...
But like, it's not illegal, though.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's okay.
Okay, so like, MatPat is like PETA, basically. What you're saying? Okay.
Of course.
My friends. Now,
I wasn't pretty sure what PETA doing is so often illegal, it's just no one cares. Okay.
Well, of course.
Not only is he putting his dogs into the direct line of danger with little regard to their well-being.
Yeah, as opposed to people. I'm sorry?
He's the one creating those dangerous situations in the first place. Get ready, all you.
Okay, really?
No, I mean,
good props, because today we're exposing Ryder for the money-hungry criminal mastermind that he really is. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, where they're all dead pups. And they'll be replaced, because it's just another role. And due to the blessings of owning a...
He hit the MatPat. You can't go this more cringer. You're making me speak wrong because I can't process what just happened there.
Just keep going.
A 4-year-old who's discovering media for the first time, I'm still watching a ton of the show. Now, if you've somehow missed this gargantuan hit of a Nickelodeon series, the Paw Patrol are a team of 6 puppies led by a boy named Ryder. Each pup has a specialized set of skills, vehicles, and tech that Ryder designs based on action. Episodes of the show are pretty classic, lots and lots of winches to make sure that everyone like in the jungle that turns him into a monkey, call the Paw Patrol.
Now the monkey magic power will be mine!
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Like, even the game I played did this sort of shit. It's just like I had to save someone from from like being killed in the jungle. Yeah. Because that's the priorities.
Monkey.
You might be able to tell now that I'm into the late seasons, the rescues get real weird. Don't even get me...
Yeah, because they're desperate for content anyway.
What is this fish tail? Mermaid.
Again, they're desperate for content.
Okay.
I mean, someone's jacking off to this right now.
What the fuck, man? Also, why? We're still not using Mr. Underwater Rescue here?
Yes.
I forgot his name.
Zuma.
Zuma? We're still not using Zuma?
Yeah.
He started on the Merpups and the quest to save Puplantis.
Pups? With fish tails?
It must be MatPups!
So, that's the premise of the show.
What?
Yeah, they run out of content, so they got
Joe, cute.
Do this.
Simple, cut and dry. But if you look even just a little bit past the surface level, you realize that not everything's peachy keen in Adventure Bay. In our last theory, we concluded that there were pups in the Paw Patrol before the main 6 of the series.
Okay, I hadn't seen that thumbnail because you just started, but that thumbnail is fucking awful.
Yeah, it's just cringy creepypasta material. That's basically it.
Absolutely.
Pups who died in the line of duty before being callously replaced. Ryder himself was the mastermind of the whole operation, finding stray and abandoned dogs to recruit for his dangerous rescue missions, knowing full...
Oh my god, I like how he still had the Zuma erased on the picture. Okay,
poor Zuma.
That's kind of funny.
He doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this.
Well, that if they die, well, they can just be easily replaced.
Yeah, like people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but that would be too dark to say, so we have just puppies.
On top of all of that, Ryder doesn't even pay the pups with anything but treats. He keeps the
What else would he pay them with?
That's what I said. It's just like he's trying to make this all nefarious. Like he's trying to make it so that he's not gonna pay them. It's just like, well, if you make them dolls, then and they could do the job, then like, what's the issue?
They can talk.
Amount of money generated from their merch sales, government contracts, and literal stolen gold coins all to himself.
Whoa! Real old-time outlaw loot?
So, okay, the kid's a bit unethical in the way that he treats his pups. Not great, but...
Yeah, it's very unethical.
Totally unethical.
I was gonna say, it's just like, so what does a dog need money for? Even if they can talk, like, what do they need money for?
Nobody's saying they should actually get money, man.
Well, the thing is, it's just like, so like you like theoretically you will have to fund this. So,
let's stop talking about the money part, please.
Okay, not about the money.
Overall, Ryder and the Paw Patrol are doing far more good than bad, right? They're solving problems. They're saving lives. It's just what has to be done in the line of duty. It might make Ryder a bit of a jerk, but it doesn't make him evil, right? Well, loyal theorists, as I've continued to watch...
This did not need a part two.
Nope.
For the show, my suspicions around Ryder have only increased. You see, in later seasons, a lot of the problems plaguing Adventure Bay are caused by the various villains of the show. Mayor Humdinger, Sweetie, the Kitten Catastrophe crew, but the tech...
Are you serious?
This is the Rowley Rough Boys.
Why do you need to make... Okay, so the cats are the evil ones. Good to know.
Well, cats are evil in real life, so, you know, makes sense.
So are people. Okay.
Yeah.
Technology that sure looks...
So you have the evil mustache rich guy.
Oh my god, he's saying, oh look, the stuff they used to make trouble look the same because they used models, but actually it's because Ryder's evil.
Yeah, they thought they were being funny, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Awful lot
They just want to use the same models again, my god.
Yeah.
like the stuff that Ryder builds for the Paw Patrol. And that's because Ryder is doing much worse than just taking advantage of disasters and putting innocent pups in danger to make a quick buck. As the series goes on, it seems like Ryder is the one creating the dangerous scenarios that are putting everyone at risk. He's selling many of the villains his technology. He's hoping that they're going to create more trouble for the pup.
Okay, selling his technology I can see, because like that would be a fair thing. It's just like, well, he's just making shit and then he's selling it to nefarious people just because he wants the money. But like, no.
Yeah, this is just
like all this is just you need to take one step at a time, baby steps.
To solve. In short, Ryder is a war profiteer. He's an arms dealer who's playing all the sides, and in the process, he's putting both his dogs and his town at risk. All while he literally sits atop his ivory tower, the Lookout. Now, obviously, those are big claims, so let's step back and look at the proof that Ryder has actually given his tech to the villains, shall we? In Season 1, we meet Mayor Humdinger, the very competitive elected leader from the nearby town of Foggy Bottom. We're told that he always wins the competitions that he enters.
Looks like another year on top for the town of Foggy Bottom. Once a cake contest winner, always a cake contest winner.
Well, that is until the Paw Patrol rolls into town and suddenly helps Mayor Goodway win all the contests, from hot air ballooning and cake making to cleaning up and basketball.
Thank you, Judge.
That's bizarre.
okay. That's just weird. That's not evil. That's not like that's just why would the basically police force help in a competition?
Isn't that?
Hey, I'm gonna eat your cake for you.
Yeah. This is the part that he's just like, yeah, I'm just explaining this. It's not like he's questioning this at all, or.
Nah, because this is not about people murdering each other, so it's okay.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Ryder.
After that, Humdinger is just no longer the top dog, and no matter how hard he tries, he just can't seem to win. Goodway is always getting help from the Paw Patrol, which means that he's always playing catch-up. So far, so good. Just a little healthy competition, right? Well, in Season 2, sick of always losing, Humdinger pulls out a new strategy, a new set of minions.
Presenting the Kitten Catastrophe Crew. Very good at being very bad.
The Kitten Catastrophe Crew, who are now tasked with getting Humdinger whatever he wants. They sabotage water towers, they make
Okay.
messes, they steal giant gold
Okay, so like the way he describes the first part about him up in the, like the dogs up in the mayor is like, okay, I can believe that if the fact that the mayor was cheating all the time because like he's clearing nefarious. So like preventing the cheating, like yeah, that would make sense. But like you didn't. All right.
Well, I mean, I already see where this is going, so let's just.
chicken statues.
I'm a chicken.
But here's the weird thing about the Catastrophe crew. Each kitten directly maps onto a Paw Patrol member. Their pup packs, I guess cat packs, have the exact same equipment as their Paw Patrol counterparts. Cat Chase uses a zipline and launcher, just like real Chase. Sky has wings, just like the original Sky. Cat Rocky has a claw arm, just like the dog Rocky. You get the idea. Now at this point you might be wondering, well...
You get the idea. And he's not talking about a zipper again.
Is it only Ryder sold this shit to him?
Yeah.
Isn't Humdinger just super tech savvy? Couldn't he have just replicated Ryder's technology rather than it
Or pay someone to do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
being given to him? And that's what I thought at first too. Except for one thing, Humdinger ain't exactly what you'd call a tech whiz. In season 5, episode 17...
Like you could just have a Dr. Wily. Just
Just ask someone else to copy it. He doesn't have to do it himself.
Exactly, yeah.
But there was no such character shown on screen, so it doesn't exist. Okay.
Exactly. It's like this is the same thing as, well, Dora's not in the camera, so there's no Dora toy there. There's no possible way that a Dora toy can be there in that room.
Never.
Pup save the movie monster. Humdinger tries to steal a robot monster, but just doesn't understand its controls.
Oh, this remote looks complicated. Maybe if I push this button.
And in the Paw Patrol movie, his complete ignorance...
Why is that even a button?
Because it's funny.
Why do we even have that lever?
Yeah, wrong lever, Kronk.
Yeah.
of technology is what causes the cloud catcher to malfunction and destroy Adventure City. Now, those are just 2 instances, but across the series there are plenty of examples where he's just not that tech. That said, Mayor Humdinger does try to create several inventions throughout his appearances in the series, and they're just awful in comparison to the stuff that we see Ryder make. For example, in Season 3, Episode 3, Pup Save the Soccer Game, Humdinger creates a remote-controlled ball in an attempt to cheat and win a soccer game, and yet his remote short-circuits and breaks, causing the ball to lose control. It gets so bad that the Paw Patrol has to step in and save the day. Now, I don't know about you, but a remote-controlled soccer ball seems just a little bit less complicated than a voice-controlled cat pack with a freely rotating, fully operational robot arm. And yet, it malfunctions with
Few my hands on there.
Yeah, just cover the whole screen with hands.
Make them red arrows next time.
Yeah,
That's some abuse.
that'll be your thumbnail.
Ah.
Just fucking hands pointing at random shit. It's better than that one in the last video.
You're right.
And this isn't just a one-time thing either. In Season 4, Episode 2, Pups Save the Cat Show, Humdinger creates a robot cat to win yet another competition. But when it trips and falls onto the floor, it goes haywire, requiring the Paw Patrol's intervention. Later in Season 4, this time Episode 16, Sea Patrol Pups Save a Shark, he creates a robotic shark.
Hey! Every time something water-related comes along, like, hey, good job.
Well, it's Sea Patrol now, so everyone's doing Zuma's job.
Ah, fuck.
That's powered by a wooden contraption that resembles a hamster wheel. Not exactly top-of-the-line tech, but more importantly, the stability of that shark is atrocious. Its internal welding gives way and the shark begins to flood.
Like, I can tell that it was very possible that he just got someone else to do this, because the Castle
But then
Disaster.
why doesn't he get someone else to do all this stuff?
Well, I'm saying, like, at least the Castle Disaster, like, it's a long-term investment. Like, they're doing, he's literally using them all the time. With this,
Yeah,
he's just kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to spend the money. I'm just going to do this thing and let the cast do it.
Okay, I guess you could argue that, but you could also say, okay, I'm going to invest money in this one so it works, and then I permanently win. I don't know.
Yeah.
After it gets hit. This is absolutely not on par with the quality of engineering that we see with both the Paw Patrol packs and the Catastrophe Crew packs, which get thrown around a lot during the rescue missions and dastardly plots. It only makes sense if Ryder was the one who created all of the tech. Now, it'd be one thing
Yeah, and no one can copy it, because, like, that's impossible.
Absolutely unimaginable.
Yeah, it's just like, I would believe you if, like, the fact that they have the exact same tech kind of breaks this argument in half. like it doesn't support your argument. It debunks it because like they literally copied it to the letter. Like they didn't.
Well,
like
you could argue that either way.
Yeah.
I think.
The Kitten Catastrophe crew were the only bad guys to have identical pup pack tech. At that point, maybe you could just write it off as a coincidence. But the Catastrophe crew are far from the only rogues in the PAW Patrol gallery to use tech eerily similar to Ryder's inventions. The Rescue Knight series introduces us to Claw, an ex-knight and the villain terrorizing the kingdom of Barkingburg. By the time the PAW Patrol face off with this guy, he already has his own personal pup pack with a claw that can grab things, functionally and aesthetically identical to the packs used by the PAW Patrol. Then, in the Mission Paw series, we meet
Mission Possible.
Sweetie, the pet of the Princess of Barkingburg. Unlike what her name would suggest, Sweetie is anything but. She's the biggest cause of...
Of course, when you hear something called Sweetie, you know it's gonna be the biggest bitch on town.
Yeah, it's like Precious. That's what it is. It's like everyone names their
trouble.
Precious,
horrible,
Sweetie.
yeah, horrible dog Precious. Yeah.
Or beautifully.
Yeah.
Mission Paw series with crimes ranging from theft to kidnapping.
Yeah, you haven't explained what this has to do with regular PAW Patrol. I'm sorry.
Now all of
Oh, this is not regular PAW Patrol.
Well, you said it was like the knights of dogs or something. Like, what does this have to do with anything? You're just moving on as if they're connected. It's like you haven't said anything about it. It's like you're just saying.
No, he's saying these are using the same tech as Ryder, so Ryder must have made.
Like, what time period is this? If there's like fucking castles and shit.
I mean, this is the same time period, obviously. Still, why would it be a different time period? That's an assumption you made for no reason.
Wait, why would it be a different? Why would it be the same time period? That's an assumption.
That's not an assumption.
That's an assumption. What?
Unless specified otherwise, it must be the same.
That's still an assumption.
No, it's not. Just a different place. Like, where did you come from?
You don't know.
this is possible only vehicle and her pup pack, complete with a pincer, vacuum, and even a selfie stick. Guess you gotta keep your followers up to date on that hashtag villain life. And once again, all of it is strikingly similar to the designs that Ryder has for the PAW Patrol. In fact, when Sweetie suits up, her attire matches the aesthetics of the Mission Paw outfits that the PAW Patrol is wearing, mostly black with colored accents. This actually has to be one of the biggest pieces of evidence towards Sweetie's gear being a Ryder original creation.
Yeah, and they stole it.
See, this isn't a case of Sweetie seeing the PAW Patrol's look and liking it enough to copy it, or Ryder seeing Sweetie and digging her outfit to make it into a PAW Patrol uniform. No, Sweetie puts this outfit on before any of the PAW Patrol pups puts theirs on, and the PAW Patrol suit up before Ryder sees Sweetie in the gear. This cannot be a coincidence. They have to have been made by the same person.
Yeah, and they couldn't have been stolen or anything.
No.
Why not?
Because she put her stuff on first. Before they ever met.
You don't know that?
You literally just said they never met before.
It doesn't mean that they can't steal, they can't be stolen.
Yeah, it's like, they're a public figure, yeah, I know.
But okay, maybe this...
Why wouldn't you steal from her?
But how do you know? Whatever.
It's like the perfect crime.
I don't care anymore.
Sort of technology is just super common in the PAW Patrol universe. Maybe pup packs are something that you could just order from your local Best Buy. But again, that's not...
I mean, you would want that, wouldn't you?
No.
I'm talking MatPat.
Oh, okay.
The case. As we called out in our last theory, the PAW Patrol are relative unknowns in this world. They're only becoming more well-known as the series progresses because of their daring rescues. Rescue dogs and technology for cats is not something that exists normally in this universe. It is specifically being built by one guy, Ryder. Alright, MatPat here saying, sure, the tech used by Sweetie, Claw, and the Kitten Catastrophe crew are similar to the PAW Patrols, but maybe that's just how technology looks in this universe. That would be a fantastic explanation for what we're seeing here. A lot of times the art direction of a show, especially an animated show, can end up with characters and technology designs that look samey. And while the PAW...
That's the stupidest argument. Why did you bring this up? Instead of the obvious ones.
What's so bad about this argument?
It's just like, well, the technology is like, it's so much weaker than the other ones that I just brought up.
Huh? I don't think so. I think this is better than yours.
Why?
Because I don't like your arguments.
Oh, you just don't like me.
No, I don't like your arguments.
Patrol series definitely has an art style that it sticks to, it also goes out of its way to show that different technologies made by different people look different compared to the Paw Patrol's pup packs. We already pointed out how different and almost primitive Humdinger's tech looks compared.
Yeah, it's just like it's very easily counted to look at it.
Yeah.
So mine is already worse than that.
Yeah.
The Ryders, but there are other examples throughout the series.
I don't even know what of your argument you're referring to. Like, what exactly do you even?
It's just like this technology cannot be replicated by someone else or stolen. That's my argument.
No. It can't. You're right.
What do you mean it can't?
You said your argument was that it can't be copied. So if you're right, that means it can't be copied, and MatPat's right.
Oh, I'm saying that in order for his argument
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's his argument to work.
But he said it the wrong way around, so I was just okay.
I forgot the for his argument to work part. Yeah.
Example, the Ruff Pack are a group of
What
villainous biker dogs featured in the Moto Pup series, and its three members all.
I only knew the first 6. And they just kept making dogs apparently.
You didn't even know the catastrophe cats?
No. This is the first time I'm hearing about them.
Huh? The season 2 thing. He says they are season.
Yeah, I've not watched. I've only watched a couple episodes of the first season when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have pup packs as well, but their packs are way different from the ones that we know that Ryder makes. Every pack that we've seen up to this point looks very similar. They're made with clean cylindrical or cuboidal pieces, and their joints are easy to move. Plus, they're all colored and feature iconography that matches the pup or kitten that they were made for. The Ruff Pack's gear, however, looks like it was made with limited.
That's just it's like, why is there only 5 of them? It's like, oh, you forgot someone.
He doesn't get a pup pack. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Time and resources. These packs are older, rusty, they're made using scrap metal. The joints are barely held together with screws and bolts. This suggests that they were made by Gasket, who we know is an amateur inventor.
Okay, here it is. The first official Ruff Pack Roll!
So clearly the show's art style cares enough to indicate when technology is made by other inventors. The Ruff Pack Scrapyard Inventions, Humdinger's early primitive tech. But the Catastrophe Crew? Sweetie? There's no other way to explain it. It had to have come from Ryder. So Ryder is clearly designing the tech that villains like Humdinger and Sweetie wind up using throughout the series, but why? Doesn't necessarily seem like a great business model to just be giving your tech away. But just look at what happens once these villains get a hold of it. In Season 1, the pups' rescues can honestly seem pretty trivial. They help the farmers out during the fall festival, they gather up some lost bunnies, they help Mayor Goodway win a few competitions, and in rare cases, they fight the occasional fire. It's not exactly the high-stakes rescues that Ryder was hoping for when he started the Paw Patrol to make.
How do you know that? What? Are you kidding me?
His theory requires it to be that way.
Oh my god. This is like, yeah, I didn't like, having the dogs help in the community. I want to commit crimes and shit.
No, I wanted to prevent crimes that I caused in the first place.
Yeah, this is my razor is trying to cut through the bullshit. My Occam's razor.
Of disasters. But then look at the escalation. By Season 7, they're being hired out by royalty to protect the crown jewels as private bodyguards. They're being asked by Mayor Goodway to save stolen Ferris wheels. Crimes that are only made possible thanks to his technology getting in the hands of the show's villains.
Now what is this adorable yet strangely suspicious kitten up to?
Okay. That's
okay,
comedy.
Come on, that was a good joke.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see.
Ryder is clearly a smart kid and a shrewd businessman, and he takes his opportunities where he sees them. Take Humdinger, for instance. Clearly, the competition between the towns was important to him, and as time goes on, he gets more and more discouraged as he loses because of the Paw Patrol, to the point where he's suddenly willing to cheat in a way that he never did before. Think about it. In Season 1, we never see Humdinger do anything shady or illegal. He's just a really competitive guy from an...
Yeah, it could be reasonable to sell him shit. What? So, like, you could argue that, well, he didn't know he was evil, so why not sell his stuff? Because he wants to give everyone, the technology that he created.
Yeah, suddenly you say it's not so nice, all this.
But it's just like, he's just bringing up more contradictions. And I'm just going
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's like if he didn't do anything bad in season 1, at that point there was no reason to suspect he would break people's shins.
Yeah, you would fucking cause a terror attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nearby city. In season 2, we immediately see Humdinger playing dirty, as well as ignoring both laws and the safety of others as he destroys and vandalizes property. What's changed? One thing. He now has his own minions in the Kitten Catastrophe crew. Minions outfitted...
So that means everything you said was right. That's how it works. Before this, you said before he did not have the technology and he just wanted competition. After he has all the technology and he's doing evil shit. So what's the connection between the two? It's my theory, obviously. It can't be anything else.
Yeah, it's what MatPat himself said earlier. He got frustrated by losing all the time. That's really it, I think.
Yeah.
With Ryder's tech. Ryder saw the competitiveness in Humdinger and exploited it. He created a villain in Humdinger and the Catastrophe crew to escalate.
Create a villain. Spare me.
Yeah, no, he was just... I didn't know he was a villain.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the problem.
Like he's a fucking kid. Like, what?
That the PAW Patrol could respond to. Suddenly, they're not just tracking down misidentified cows in the snow, they're stopping bona fide bad guys. Ryder can suddenly charge more for it. He can get more publicity for it. He's now building an empire for both his exploited rescue pups and the technology that allows this stuff to happen. But it doesn't...
Well, he can do that. He can sell it to good people, which is what he was trying to do.
Friends, Ryder expands his little racket beyond Adventure Bay and even Adventure City. He seeks out new locations like Barkingburg, where he can give other misguided pups some of his tech.
Same time zone.
Oh, okay.
Same time frame.
No, stay away, same time.
Fuck you. You know what I mean? It's like, why did you think this would be a different time?
Because, like, it's a medieval castle, like, they're living in it.
You know that in literally most parts of the planet, except the US, there's still lots of these castles.
I know they exist, but
standing
like,
about. And this is just a castle that was just still standing around. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not like a museum or surrounded by anything. It's just in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, like castles are.
Okay.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking these castles are? Do you think they're all like museums and stuff?
They could be turned into. They could easily be turned into.
They can be. But
I'm expecting this to be Alton Towers. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, the fucking amusement park made out two towers.
Just if you see a castle, you don't. How do you immediately assume it can't be in the current time? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I didn't even assume that it was. I just asked what time it was because there's no way you could assume that is the current one.
You do unless specified otherwise. There was no reason to think.
Well, that's an assumption, and you argue otherwise. So I'm like,
your
what?
assumption was like way more ridiculous than mine.
It's not an assumption. I'm not assuming any time period. I'm just saying like which one is it?
Why would you ask that question in the first place?
Because I don't know. Like you just present all this shit, and it's just like you expect me not to question it.
It's like it's like I make a picture of my neighbor's house and send it to someone. They ask, "Well, what time period is this from?"
I want to ask that question. It's like
you don't ask that question unless there's a good reason to bring it up.
He established that this is like he even said like this has a different title compared to PAW Patrol. Like this is something different going on here.
Maybe I think it's just the episode name.
Is it the episode name? That was not very clear at all.
Maybe
because he used to say the actual numbers of the episodes. I guess he just stopped doing that.
You can also argue that clearly it has to be the same time period. Otherwise, it wouldn't have anything to do with anything said before in this video. So it has to be that for it to make sense.
Well, yeah, it has to be that, but that means the theory is still bullshit. Anyway.
Fine. Okay. I was
creates
wrong.
new
I was right, you
villains.
were wrong.
Therefore, new disasters on a scale that even he couldn't have dreamed of before. Instead of a vehicle, Claw uses his pup pack to find a magical dragon tooth that lets him control a real, actual dragon, which he then directs onto the people and city of Barkingburg. When the Paw Patrol avert that disaster, Ryder couldn't ask for better publicity. Brave pups led by genius.
Yeah, so you're saying that Ryder is making the people do this? Like the evil, like the villains do this? Because if he's just selling the tech, then no, he's not responsible for that. Because anyone can buy it.
Yeah. That doesn't make him evil.
Yeah.
This is like saying, if you, the moment you sell guns to someone, you are evil if they kill someone with it.
Exactly. What?
That's
Does he
not how
actually
it
think
works.
that? He could actually think that. That's fucked up.
I mean, he wouldn't be entirely wrong.
No, he's wrong.
I don't think that would. It's just
Boy.
Yeah.
Save city from dragon. With achievements like that under...
It's more in line of selling, I don't know, drugs. Maybe.
Yeah. It's just like the product itself has to be nefarious in some way.
And your arguing guns aren't?
It's not. Sorry.
I think it is. I think it absolutely is. But okay, fine.
His belt, just like that, Ryder has suddenly made himself
That's everyone outside the USA.
a valuable new client for life in the Princess of Barkingburg. But worst of all, the kid doesn't even bother to make sure that the bad guys see proper justice. He isn't taking the steps required to prevent these from happening in the future. Sure, Sweetie is often put in the proverbial doghouse when she's caught, but she's out again by the very next episode. And
yeah, so that's his fault.
It's his fault that he doesn't even try to do anything about it, I guess.
Yeah. It's just like, well, also, it's just like they can't escape even if you do the best you can. So, like, that doesn't really, whatever.
I mean, there's a difference between trying and failing and not trying in the first place.
Yeah, but, like, it's like the fact that she got out of the dog pound is not evidence for it. He let it happen.
He should have made more sure that it doesn't happen.
Should have killed the bastard anyway.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Humdinger and the Kitten Catastrophe crew, Ryder doesn't even bother to arrest them when they're caught red-handed. Instead, they're just slapped with...
Yeah, this is just going... This can go many of ways, and the fact that, like, there's no death penalty, it's just like, well, there's only so much you can do at this point. They have all this bullshit technology.
You could still, you know, arrest him.
Yeah, but, like, he can blame this on someone else, and they get arrested. That's how politicians work, right? They usually don't face criminal charges.
Catchphrase, that troublesome mayor, before getting off scot-free, ready to wreak more havoc in the very next episode. Ryder is the city's law enforcement here. Arresting criminals would fall under his jurisdiction, but he doesn't, because that would be bad for business. One thing's clear.
Is there a jail? Does the mayor even have a jail somewhere? Like,
probably not.
Ryder,
because that would be bad for business. Okay.
But like he hasn't even gone to court yet. Is there a court? It's like, what's...
No, because he just lets everyone who does a crime get off scot-free.
Yeah, but it's like this is what these kinds of videos do to me. It's just like, well, you brought up this really absurd scenario, and you're trying to pretend like this is real life, but you have ignored like a lot of shit that would happen in real life, or that can happen in real life.
But it isn't real life, so all of that stuff doesn't matter.
Yes, it's just like he's very selective about what things that he wants to make realistic and what things he doesn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ryder is no hero. Not only does he put the lives of his pups into constant danger with little regard for whether they live or die in the disasters
what?
they face, but he's responsible for creating those disasters in the first place. In his greed, Ryder encourages these misguided souls to cheat and commit crimes in order...
Oh look, he's cuffed. That means he was arrested.
Yes.
No, he wasn't. I think he was just holding his hands by the hands up.
Yeah.
His hands behind his back.
To drive up himself, strengthening his empire as it spreads from city to city. Ryder offers them advanced tech to escalate their crimes to new heights, and then doesn't apprehend them to prevent future crimes. Ryder is the Paw Patrol's worst enemy, the true villain of this franchise, sitting pretty atop his...
Oh yeah, by the way, how are you going to arrest him? With one police officer? Dog?
It's on him.
Just it's just like, yeah, I don't think 6 dogs can, like, I guess they can, but like he can still get away. Like he can still not be like cuffed.
Like I
So,
said,
right, yeah.
it's not about trying and failing. It's the difference between trying and failing or not trying.
It's just what he's. I mean, I'm just saying this
What
because
is supposed to,
yeah,
yeah,
because
but
like
what
he
is
could show
supposed to do?
that. I'm just saying, yeah.
Scrooge McDuckian pile of cash while he puts the lives of both his pups and innocent people on the
Oh,
line.
you've got started this time.
This is it. What?
What? Oh, okay, yeah. That's a good meme. Yeah, he did not make because it would not have been near as funny.
Pups, but Ryder, he's bad to the bone. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And cuts.
Okay.
So that was it. Yeah.
Fucking
Survived 2 hours of this madness.
It was way too much.
It is way too much. But like, I for PAW Patrol is just like there's such a thing as thinking way into it and getting television into the way you're thinking about it. Because like he really wants this to be a reality, but he's not considering the contradictions.
Reality.
Yes. Yeah. Like, come on, man. I don't know what else to say other than you probably don't care and you're just gonna keep getting more views than anyone can get in a year. But that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what he's going to do because, and you contributed to that by watching this video.
Well, I had fun. Didn't you have fun? I expected a more extreme reaction. It's just like I expected like a no. Have fun.
You know, it wasn't that bad, but it also wasn't like yes. You know, I was like,
Yeah. It's
like
just
the first video was fine because it was so over the top bullshit they couldn't believe it. The second one was fine until the end, where he suddenly decided that Ryder is the devil. Actually, he's Viper.
Yeah.
And then the third was just I want to be done.
Yeah, this all stemmed from the fact that there was a dog that existed before Robo. That was it. And then he just went on this, like he just got like was the bulletin board and then got a bunch of like red string and thumbtacks and just
he also misleading. The title and thumbnail of the first one was also completely misleading because it says they are all dead, but in reality it says, oh, there were others before them that are dead. Yes. Which is completely different.
It hasn't really proved that they died because like one could have just been retired. It could have died afterwards, but like whatever.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Because they weren't puppies anymore, couldn't drive it.
Yeah, it's just like dogs can
get
old
and
not be able to do the shit that they were when they were like in their prime years, like humans. Like this.
No, humans only stop working when they're almost dead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What? That's all this.
I've stopped working already. Look at me. I'm watching film 3 at 7 o'clock at night.
Look at me. To me, it's 20 minutes past midnight.
Yeah.
And well, usually it would have been 1 a.m., but you know, daylight.
This is kind of like this is what I kind of expected for the PAW Patrol run. Well, like I didn't think it would go like this way because like he was just really stubborn to prove this.
Yeah. I still think the theory of there were puppies before these in the second video was the best theory. That was as closest to being reasonable.
Yeah.
And this was worse with Ryder being evil, but could also argue that he just sold it without knowing that they would be evil. So it's meh.
Yeah, but you see,
the Dora one was completely bullshit.
Yeah, but like you see, if your only theory was that there was a dog before Rubble, then that wouldn't get views. You have to go absurd, like intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this is why it's better to make theories about stuff like that one, because then you are ridiculous without going over the top.
Yeah, like the fucked up thing is that if most of these theories can't be true, like for like Dora and PAW Patrol, like they obviously don't care. For something like Deltarune, like Toby Fox lives for the shit. Like he intentionally makes some of his games like interactive for people to like think about and stuff like that.
Absolutely. There's actually a Deltarune theory that I wanted to show you, which is called why does Deltarune have 3 save file slots?
Oh yeah, that.
Have you seen that?
I think you showed me to already, or may have referenced something like that. Okay.
Literally, the video literally was uploaded today.
Or was it uploaded today? Okay. It might have been like referenced in some capacity, but not like the whole thing.
Absolutely not. I've never heard
maybe I'm thinking of
before today.
Actually, maybe I'm thinking of like the character creation because that's the thing that you told me.
Yeah, the character creator being like oh, this is Gaster, oh, this is like crazy. But I'm talking about the save slots, how you like file 1, file 2, file 3.
Yeah, maybe.
Like this is the first game where you can title. This is the only game where you can title this. Why does this game have 3 save slots and make it not ridiculous?
Make it not like you're just making shit up at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was going to show you that too. Maybe this would have been better today than the fucking PAW Patrol Part 2.
No.
Oh.
You see, I need to get views too.
You're not gonna get any.
I'll try.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. Why you gotta be so negative?
I tried because I tried before. I know how this.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a blind fool.
Okay. I'm the realist, yeah, I think. I mean, maybe you get lucky, I don't know.
Yeah, you keep calling yourself a realist when you're just being negative all the time.
Because that's how the world is, I'm sorry.
It's not cut and dry.
Whatever you say.
Yeah. Anyway, let's I'm gonna stop streaming before we get into a philosophical argument.
Okay. You don't wanna see the Deltarune theory on stream too?
Not today.
Only 10 minutes long, sure.
No, I'm tired. Want food.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Well then, bye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.
Every 0, probably. I haven't actually looked at it. I don't know if
this will get views, but yeah, goodbye, people who actually saw this.
What on YouTube? I don't know.
Yeah. Bye.